All right, welcome to Obscure Depths. We're here today with my NFL Pick'em expert, Kevin. How you doing today, Kevin?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right.
Good to be here with you, Cakes.
Cool. Yes, I'm Cakes, and we are going to do Week 4 picks. Let's get right into it. Thursday night, tomorrow night, Baltimore. 11.5-point favorites at home against Cleveland. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, I think on that one, a lot of people want to go with the Ravens, say they're going to destroy Cleveland. Cleveland's played some games tough. You know, they're going to have to win eventually, and I'm not saying they're going to win this game outright. That's a lot of points, Josh. I think I'm going to go with Cleveland and the points.
The Ravens seem to be one of those teams where you always think they'll win this game easy, and then they just don't. So I agree with you. I'm going to take Cleveland and the points. I think I've taken Cleveland every year this week. I don't know why. But it worked the first week when they only lost by 1 point to Philadelphia. But yeah, I'll take Cleveland and the points. All right, Philadelphia, 2.5-point favorites at home against the Giants. 2-point favorites against the Giants.
I'm going to take the Giants, and I'm going to take the points.
Yeah, I agree there. I think there was a little bit of a uncertainty surrounding the Giants going into that Thursday night game, and I think their maturity and the veterans on that team just stepped up and said, "There's no way we're gonna, we lost some players, but there's no way that we're gonna back down." And they really proved that they belong, and they played very well without those key guys. So
they definitely looked like the defending Super Bowl champions last Thursday night against Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm. This will probably be the week Michael Vick gets hurt anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to wish harm on anybody. So, all right, this is the big one here. Tampa Bay, 2.5-point favorites against Washington. My buddy Kevin here is just a little bit of a Redskins fan. So we'll see what he says here.
My heart's with the Skins. They've played some tough, close games, but the defense is just secondary's rough, Josh. I mean, I got to call it like I see it, and I'd love to say take the Redskins and the points, but I'm gonna have to say Tampa Bay.
I agree. I think this will be a good matchup. The Washington offense against the Tampa defense, because the Tampa defense, besides giving up all those points to the Giants, has actually played really well. So I'm looking forward to watching how they handle RG3. But I think I'll take Tampa Bay, but I think Tampa wins this by a touchdown. Maybe like a 31-24 type of thing. So it could be a good back and forth shootout, though. So I'm looking forward to watching a game like this with the good young quarterback. It's always fun. Green Bay, early 7-point favorites at home against the Saints, the 0-3 Saints.
Wow. This is a very interesting game, obviously, pretty early in the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Saints aren't going to want to go 0-4. They might not have a whole lot to say about it. I have a feeling that the Packers are going to be a little bit upset about that circus call the other night. We don't need to get into that. But I'm going to go ahead and say take the Packers and go ahead and give that touchdown.
I'm gonna take the Saints. I don't think Green Bay wants to start 1-3, but I don't think the Saints are gonna win this game. But I think it's gonna be a field goal type of game. The Saints have obviously proven that they cannot stop anybody defensively.
That defense is rough there, Cakes.
But and if this was a game later on, when it's a little bit colder there, definitely Green Bay by a touchdown. But I think the Saints are going to make this a game. It's going to be a little bit of a shootout, and I'm looking forward to this game too. I think there's going to be a lot of passing yards in this game, so that'll be a fun, wide open game. Cincinnati, 2.5-point favorites at Jacksonville.
Well, since the Bengals just stopped my Redskins like they were not even there, I'm pretty much going to say I'm going with the Bengals, and I'm going to give those 2.5 points all day long.
I'd like to too, because Cincinnati looks. I think Cincinnati's a pretty good team, and I think they're going to get better as the season progresses. And I don't think Jacksonville's very good, even though they beat the Colts last week. But I like Jacksonville at home in this one. This is a rival, not necessarily a rivalry game. It's not even a divisional game, but this seems like a trap game to me. I feel like Cincy should have been favored by a lot more in this game, and there's got to be a reason they're not. So I like Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jacksonville maybe to beat Cincinnati home. How about that?
I'm going to say Jacksonville knows 2.5 points, and for that to happen, they're going to need Maurice Jones-Drew to go for 277 this week, Cakes.
Well, he probably could. He did okay against, or they didn't really stop Ray Rice week 1, so I think that'll be all right. Denver 6.5 point favorites hosting Oakland Raiders. What do you think, Kevin?
Ooh, that's a big rivalry right there. Those two teams don't like each other a whole lot. I think Peyton's a little upset that he's 1-2 in this early season. They're playing at home. They always play tough at home. I know you love your Raiders. They got a big win last week. They'll probably let you down and break your heart this week. Yeah.
I think this is going to be another shootout game. But I think the Denver defense is going to make a difference in this game. I look for them to maybe score a touchdown defensively or cause some turnovers, and we just don't have the receivers to win a shootout type of game. So I like Palmer. I think the Raiders are really getting comfortable with him as their QB, but they're not gonna beat Peyton Manning in Denver. No way.
So a little bit off track here with this game. Interesting side note. What do you think the odds are that there's a 65-yard field goal in this game, either by Prater or your boy Janikowski?
Janikowski just missed one from 71, I think, once when Lane Kiffin was the coach. So you never know.
Sooner or later,
you never know what could happen in that thin air. All right, the red-hot Arizona Cardinals, 6-point favorites at home hosting the Dolphins.
I'm going to have to say I'm a believer in the Cardinals. That defense, they beat some big teams. They played well. I'm going to say go with Arizona. Go ahead and give those points. The Dolphins, Tannehill, it's a little soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tannehill's going to have his face full of a couple defensive tackles from Arizona. I think this game could be ugly, actually. But it does kind of seem like a trap game. Yeah. But I'm still gonna take Arizona. Arizona by a touchdown seems pretty good. I think they'll win like 24-14 type of thing. So I definitely like Arizona -6 here. Seattle 2.5-point favorites on the road against the Rams. That's a little surprising to me. I think the Rams are a lot better team they're given credit for right there.
The Rams, another team that beat the Redskins. I want to say they're pretty good, but man, did the Bears make them look bad last week. What's that spread again, Cakes? 2.5-point favorite for the Seahawks on the road?
Yep.
I'm going to have to go, I'm going to have to say the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams and take those points. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. I like the Rams too. I think the Rams could win this by a touchdown. Unless that group of referees is traveling with Seattle, I don't think they're going to win this game. Houston, 12.5-point favorites at home against Tennessee. 12.5 points.
I love me some Houston Texans. I honestly do. I think they're probably the best team right now going in football. Them or Atlanta, it's close, but that's a lot of points, and that's a division game. And Tennessee showed last week that even though you don't think they have a chance, they have some big game playability. I'm going to go ahead and say the Titans take those points.
I think these numbers are set for a reason in Vegas, and I'm going to take Houston. I think Houston, it's 12.5 points, so they win this game 23-10 or 28-14. I like that spread. I think it's actually just perfect. I think Tennessee played Detroit last week and scored a bunch of points. Detroit's defense is not very good.
How are they that bad? Yeah. Okay, real quick, how are the Lions' defense that bad?
I don't know. I do not know. But Houston, I think, has the best defensive team in the league. Sorry, San Francisco. You don't lose to the Vikings. But I like Houston to really, really cause Jake Locker some problems this week and take this game by 13 points. Easy. KC 1-point favorites at home against the Chargers. Divisional game. What's up?
Man, San Diego's got to be pissed off about that game last week. They didn't look very good against Atlanta. Chiefs, you're going to have to do it more than one quarter. You did it one quarter. You came on when you had to last week. I'm going to go ahead and say take that point. Take San Diego. You should probably be pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know about San Diego defensively. I think they're decent. I think they're better than some people think they are. But I like KC at home. It's just a 1 point, so it's basically a pick 'em game. I say KC wins this game by a field goal. San Fran, 4.5-point favorites on the road at NYJ.
Wow. To Tebow or not to Tebow? I'm going to take the Niners, give those points. A lot of times those teams don't travel well, but I heard they went ahead and went on out there and have been out there all week. And I'm going to say, go Niners, give the points.
The Jets are up and down. It's only 4 points. I say the Jets lose this game by a field goal. I'm going to take the Jets and the points at home. San Fran.
Not agreeing on a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know. San Fran just they really surprised me in a bad way last week, and I just can't have a lot of confidence in them right now, unfortunately. So, Atlanta, 7.5-point favorites at home against Cam Newton and his Carolina Panthers.
That's going to be Atlanta all day long. I'm going to say, go ahead and take Atlanta, give those points. The way Carolina looked last Thursday, and I understand they were playing the defending Super Bowl champions, but holy cow, they looked like they hadn't even practiced this year.
Yeah, those Thursday games are going to be interesting. You're gonna see some maturity in teams, and whoever, I think you're going to look at the veteran teams in those Thursday games definitely, and Carolina certainly proved that there. Atlanta at home, yeah, they win this game by 10, 13 points, easy, I think. No line on Detroit, Minnesota, in Detroit.
Off the board.
So essentially a pick-em game. What do you think?
Who's at home there? Is that the Vikings?
No, it's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the home team on that one. Oh, unless Stafford's hurt. Stafford might not play. Rudolph might score 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings on that. I'm switching my pick.
I think I'll take the home team. Even with Stafford hurt, Sean Hill looked pretty darn good last week, and I think the home field advantage is gonna really help Detroit in this one. So, if the refs don't. But anyway, I like the home team here. Those new refs seem to be really scared about calling stuff against the home team. So, maybe the Raiders can play at home every week. But anyway, moving on. New England Patriots, 4.5-point favorites at Buffalo.
Who
is Buffalo this year? Anyway?
I'm telling you what, Tom Brady's not going to be real happy. Belichick's not happy. This is a game where they're not going to be able to circle the wagons in Buffalo. This is going to be New England winning by 14, maybe 21 points.
I don't know if they'll win that, but I think they win this game by a touchdown. I'll take New England -4 all day. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a good game because it's a divisional game, but I definitely like New England -4. Dallas, 3.5-point favorites hosting the Chicago Bears.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting game. What Dallas team are you going to get? Which Chicago team are you?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Give the points. Chicago, you're not playing the Rams this week.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a crying Jay Cutler after this game. I think Dallas wins this game by 10 points. I think it might be a decent game for the first half, but Tony Romo is definitely shown that he's more mature than Jay Cutler, just like every other quarterback in the league has. But I think Dallas wins this game pretty handily. Like I said, I think it's a good game for the first half, but Dallas is going to win this game pretty handily. This has been Obscure Depths. Thank you to Kevin for joining me today.
Glad to be here, Cakes. Had a good time.
Obscure Depths is a division of Metal Fraker Productions. You can find us on Facebook at METALFRAKER. That's Metal Fraker Productions. Thank you and have a good day.